Will tonight be the night that West Texas herping returns to being good? Stay tuned to find out. Welcome to week 31, guys. I'm up in the Davis Mountains. Steven and I are getting ready to head out for the night.
So easily, open up your eyes and see there's more to our story. Baby, open up to me, don't give up so easily. Open up your eyes and see there's more to our story. Don't leave me hanging.
Alright guys, we're headed out. That was a pretty cool sunset. Hopefully this rain will get stuff moving tonight, but we're going to start the night by cruising, and then we're going to hit a pretty reliable cut for seeing snakes in decent numbers. And then we're going to go from there depending on how it goes. So I will check in with you guys when something happens. We are starting off cool tonight. 68 degrees at dusk. Alright guys, strategical reassessment. It is still wet and still 64 degrees, but instead of road cruising, we're going to try shining. So I will check in with you guys if this goes in a good direction. Well, there's nothing out moving on the cut, so we flipped a couple of cross ties right here and got this nice adult Great Plains skink. These things are really, really cool. Really nice looking individual too. So move over there.
I don't know.
It's real spooky out here tonight with all the wind and...
Yeah, there's eye shine on the cut.
Oh, I see it. Anyways, we're gonna get a couple quick photos of this guy and put him back under his cross tie. A javelina. Hello. Uh-oh. You wanna...
Run the other way.
There he goes. Well, it has been a very slow night snake-wise so far, but here's a nice looking, whoa! Woods jeweled scarab. Oh!
Well, that was perfect. We're gonna photograph this guy and let him go.
Holy crap! The two-line salamander. We did it! It's after midnight and we just found our first snake of the night. A little Baird's rat snake crossing the road. Anyways, we're gonna get this little guy off the road. What the? Cricket? Anyways, we're gonna get this little guy off the road and keep moving. It's getting pretty late though, so this might end up being our only snake of the night. That was an interesting noise.
Yeah.
Alright, we're gonna get this guy off the road and keep moving. Go on. Okay. Interesting decision. Alright guys, here's our next snake of the night. It's a nice little black-tailed rattlesnake we found in ambush at the base of this rock wall. This isn't in situ because he moved right away, but anyways, pretty cool to see another species of snake in ambush on these walls. I don't know what exactly he thinks he's doing right here, but I mean, power to him. Good looking little snake. We're gonna get a couple voucher shots of him and let him go. A pretty little snake. I've seen a whole lot of these guys recently, but I'm not mad about it. They're one of the prettiest rattlesnakes we have here in the US. Alrighty, well, we're gonna let this guy get back to what he was doing.
I hate this.
I won't.
This can't go in the video, though.
Really?
You'll get demonetized for what I just said.
get demonetized for half the things I say, and I don't even say anything wrong.
You're just using up all the space on your phone.
Yeah, I am. Anyways, we're getting ready to head out for the night. We're going east tonight to a different area that I've only ever been to once, and it was pretty good to me the first time. So we're gonna go hit it tonight and see how it goes. I will keep you guys updated. Oh yeah, and there's limestone. Targets tonight, Alterna as always, Lepidus. There's a lot of Copperheads where we're going tonight, so it'd be cool to see a couple of those as always. I don't know what else is there, honestly, because I've only been once, and when I went last time, we saw a rock rattlesnake and we saw a blacktail, and that was it. But it's pretty good considering. Anyways, we're gonna get after it. All right, we are approaching our destination for the night. Come on! I was expecting the sunset, and then just saw Steven in my viewfinder. It is bone dry here. The interesting thing about that is the weather radar showed a giant storm system hitting this place last night at like 3 a.m. I don't get along very well with weather apps, if you haven't noticed. There's half a centipede crawling around here. Give him a poke and see if he scurries again. What on earth? That is really weird.
Mm-hmm.
Why? I have so many questions. Where did his head go? Why is he still running around? Why does it look like he's been running around with no head for like a week and he's just used to life like this at this point? That is a really interesting thing to start off the night with. A headless centipede running around. I mean, at least we can pick this one up without having to worry about getting bit. That is really freaking weird. Anyways, the reason we stopped and noticed that centipede was because I was looking at this freaking awesome blue gigantic crevice spiny lizard that I saw right here on the cut. It's the first living herp I've got my hands on tonight, but check this guy out. He's really cool. It's always cool to see big ones like this. A lot of the ones you see are, you know, the dinky normal size ones that you guys see in my videos a lot, but this thing's like, I don't know, like 7 or 8 inches long. Really big lizard. Pretty cool looking. I'm gonna put him back in his crack and keep shining. This is really one of the weirdest things I've ever seen. I mean, like I said, I have so many questions. How does this work? I don't know how bug biology works, but I feel like they must have different neurological systems than we do. Well, obviously, but enough so that they can run around without a head. And I'm not sure how much centipede I have here, but I feel like it's like, you know, I feel like there's a couple segments above what's missing here. Really freaking strange looking. Anyways, gonna, I guess, leave this thing to it and keep shining. Go on, buddy. I wish you the best of luck with existing without a head. Anyways, back to cut shining. Well, that is definitely an interesting start to the night. It's 9:30 now. We still haven't seen any snakes, but I'm hoping that's just because it's early still. But I will keep you guys updated. Well, no footage because it got away, but I just lost a night snake down a hole, so snakes are out. Hopefully that will not be the only one we see. We will find out. Alright, this is where that night snake was, so I'm going to see if he's out again. He was in a kind of interesting spot, so I do not see him. He went into that hole right there in the pipe, but it appears that he has stayed in there. Alright guys, Steven has our next snake of the night. Is he in the grass?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Really nice one.
How did you see that thing?
Because it was crawling across the rock when I first saw it.
That is nice, dude. We're gonna get him out real quick to give you guys a better look at him. Alright guys, here's another look at this Trans-Pecos Copperhead. Pretty typical looking individual, but it's always weird to me, seeing these snakes in this desert habitat.
What are you doing?
as you can see, there's quite a bit of greenery here, but we are still pretty much in the middle of the Chihuahuan Desert. And it is a kind of unsuspecting place to see such a typically forest habitat associated species of snake like the Copperhead. But look at that green tail. That's weird, the one this big still has that much green on his tail. Anyways, we're gonna get a couple of photos of this guy and let him go.
Silencio.
He is not a fan of sitting still. These guys are supposed to be pretty common here, but this is the first one I've seen in this entire county, I think, actually. Go on, buddy. Get away from the road. There he goes. He found himself a nice hole. Sir, I hope you plan on putting that rock back that you flipped. What is going on? Why is everything so weird tonight? I mean, this thing is just... I mean, that rock clearly used to be right there, and now he's there, and the rock's there, and he's just sitting there. What's going on, bro? You want to fill me in on why you flipped this rock? Oh! He caught him off. That was pretty cool. Look at that. R.I.P., buddy. Don't mess with the tarantulas. Look at that. Ugh. That's gnarly. Jesus, that crunching sound. Alright guys, next find of the night. This is another species of large spiny lizard we have out here in West Texas. This is the Texas spiny lizard, Scoloporus olivacea. This is about as big as they get, whereas that last poinsettia that we found was a pretty typical adult size. This is probably the biggest one of these I think I've ever seen. But we're going to get a couple quick photos of this guy and put it back in his tree. We are actually on a different cut right now where it seems to have gotten a little bit more moisture. And we're going to spend the rest of the night here and see if we can turn up an Alterna. So I will check in with you guys if we see anything else. Alright guys, it's 1 a.m. We are about to head home. Stop for snacks. But we are going to take the interesting route home, which allows us to road cruise most of the way rather than driving on the interstates. So hopefully we'll see a couple more snakes tonight. I'll keep you guys posted.